Hello, Carmelio. So this one is for you. I'm going to show you a couple of exercises you can use to figure out how to squeeze your legs if you're working on the splits. We'll do it standing, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the splits. And when I actually start doing PNF, I'll describe what I'm doing until I actually have to do it. So one thing you can do, stand with your feet about hip width apart, maybe a little bit more, and just do the following. Okay, listen to the sequence and try to follow it. Grab the ground with your toes. Squeeze your calves, squeeze your quads and hamstrings, and if you can, engage your core. So just squeeze the muscles and relax. Let's do that again. Grab with the toes. The toes help get the calf engaged because the arch of the foot is connected to the calf. It's a pulley there. Squeeze your legs. Just squeeze as much as you can. And if you need to squeeze the rest of your body, it's fine. Just do it. Then let go. Okay, now that's one thing you can do, that kind of squeezing motion. Spread your legs just a little bit further. We're going to do the same thing, but then we're going to pull our feet together or attempt to pull our feet together to tighten the inside of your legs. So now, grab with your feet, squeeze the calf muscle. Now, I'm just doing Tai Chi here. Tuck your tailbone, squeeze your calves, sorry, your calf, squeeze your quads and your hamstrings, squeeze, and then pull your feet together. Oh, and I can just feel there's just like a V coming up right here, coming into my belly button, into my lower dantian. But I'm squeezing my legs now. So that's the squeeze part. And then when I'm looking for the release, what I'm looking for is, I think, maybe a slight muscle spasm or a change. And honestly, it's right about it's right about here. I feel where the tendon's connecting into the bone from the muscle. I start to feel like maybe a tremor or a shake, and that's when I try to exhale and relax into it. And last night I did it pretty well. So we're gonna go ahead and I'll just go ahead and go do through that. I've got my setup exactly from the last time I did the video, and I'll talk through what I'm doing. Hopefully this is a good angle for you to sort of see what's going on, at least on one side. But let's see. I got enough room. Yeah, I think I need a little more room on that side, just a little bit. So I'm going to do this. Okay, here we go. I'll go ahead and get started. Be able to see the time this time. And I'll just be careful. I'm worried that I might try to go down too fast, and I really don't need to do that again. That was a bit much last night. Okay, I'm going to stop right here for a bit. Okay, I'm going to go down a little bit further. Okay, I'm going to stop for a bit. Ooh. Down just a little bit further than I want to be this early, but I think I can hold it if I'm careful here. Okay, let's see. Too much, too much. Can't hold it. Oh boy. Gotta try to breathe through this one. This is a bit much. The breath is the most direct control of your autonomic system. Breathe fast if you want to upscale, if you want to go into fight or flight mode. Slow down your breathing if you want to go balanced. Exhale longer if you want to start to work on your parasympathetic nervous system. Talk if you want to distract yourself from pain. I'm sorry, I can't laugh right now because that would hurt a lot. Okay. I'm actually okay right now. I distracted myself. And by the way, that's how it feels, not how it looks. And in that case, I was trying to not feel anything. It's not that I was, I mean, this is still pretty tight. I'm not ready to, I'm not loose enough or comfortable enough in this position to worry about PNF. But what I'll do is in the video, I'll put a link to when I actually do PNF, and I will do PNF. It's only been, oh, I don't forget when I started. Probably it's been about maybe 4 minutes. Oh, that's a bit much. So remember 4 things. Oh, distract yourself. Thing 1, breathe to relax. I'm not doing that right now. So breathe to relax. Into the nose 4, out 8. So let me get into that for a second. Oh, this is still really cool. Okay, I need to come out just a little bit. I need to come out just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do PNF. Here we go. Heck with it. Okay, so first of all, I came out. Now, I would have done that for PNF. I was coming out because I was in a little bit too deep. So step 1, come a little bit out. Now, I'm going to start doing that exercise we start at the beginning. I'm going to start squeezing my legs and attempting to bring my heels together. They're not going to move, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to tighten the entire chain all the way up. Just tighten, 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 tighten. And you want to do this for a good amount of time, 20 seconds, whatever. Actually, this is hard to maintain like this. So 20, 30 seconds until you feel a shaking, a trembling in your body, and then exhale and relax in. So here we go. I'm going to start pulling in. I'm going to start slowly. So I've got my heels digging in. I can definitely feel the back sides of my legs engaged. I'm going to just keep squeezing, starting to get to the inner thigh. Inner inside of my groin is starting to tighten up. Okay, now I'm going to lift up a little bit, and I'm going to just tighten everything. Okay, there's a shaking, and then I'm going to relax. Oh, yeah. See, now, there we go. Yeah. Oh. I need to do this actually. This is a little high. If I do this, yeah, that's better right there. So one round is enough for tonight. I don't like to do more than one because that was pretty intense. I've got a long way to go, but you know, I'm making progress. Oops, that balanced, not balanced. There we go, step balanced. Oof, ouch. Feels too much. I'm gonna pull back. Oh, that hurts a little bit. Okay, hasn't been very long, but I'm gonna go back to here for a second, and this is still pretty intense here. Back to those principles. Use breathing to relax. 4-8 breathing into the nose. It doesn't matter if you breathe out through your nose or out through your mouth. Just recently listening to the yoga talk show, and Lucas was explaining that the breathing out the mouth was a distraction technique. Now, there is some validity to ujjayi breath or breathing out the mouth because there are vagus nerves either on the right or left side, I believe, of the throat. So you can stimulate your vagus nerve through there. Some kind of compression on the inhale and the exhale. But 4-8. And the reason for that is if you've heard of heart rate variability, your heart rate changes as you breathe in, it tends to go up. As you breathe out, it tends to go down. Given a certain measure of heart rate variability, it's also a measure of the relative relaxed state or your parasympathetic nervous system health or your level of anxiety, et cetera, et cetera. So we want to downregulate, we want to calm down, we want to convince our nervous system that this very discomfortable thing that I'm doing literally right now, it's okay, it's not a big deal. The brain doesn't want it. I don't know that I do want it. So distract myself with breathing. If you meditate, you're going to find the same distractions. The biggest thing for me was boredom. So getting past boredom. Um, and also then also ego, not doing too much, not going too deep because I've injured myself a couple times. So anyway, I'm distracted. 4-8 breathing, breathe to relax. That's one. Other thing is wet noodle. So even actually, I'm not doing wet noodle on my shoulders. Let me relax my shoulders. So wet noodle. Oh, that was too much. Sorry, I shifted my weight a lot. But wet noodle, I don't want to do that. I don't want to shock my nervous system. Wet noodle is so that you're tending to relax your body and calm your body down, which is congruent with 4-8 breathing, which is relaxing and calming you down. So everything relaxed, you don't have to hold, so you're not shaking and holding things. And then resistance, time, passive resistance or tension over time. 2 minutes minimum, for neurological reasons, 5-minute maximum based on observation by Lucas Rockwood at Yoga Body, except for like this thing. And that's because this is a very, very difficult, deep stretch to get into. Okay, so anyway, 4-8 breathing, wet noodle, breathe to relax, passive resistance over time. And then it's how it feels, not how it looks. I just needed to breathe to relax there because it was a bit much. It's really amazing how a micro shift can really change both the intensity but also the location. So all of a sudden, this is a whole lot less tension. This is easy. There's nothing here. But if I go forward a little bit, which I'm about to do, I'll engage it, re-engage it. So I'm still stretched. I mean, it's not like I've come out of the stretch. I'm just not really feeling much. So just to come up a little bit, and back down. Just adjusting, stretching a little bit, or just relaxing a little bit and then going back in, which is generally not a good practice. You don't want to do reps, but I had sort of lost it, so I needed to get back in. This is a nice, I've got, right now, I very much have a feeling like the feeling when I was standing and trying to get my feet together. So I'm naturally got a pull along the entire insides of my legs. So this is going to get my calf. This is going to get, I mean, this is going to stretch the entire, uh, let's see, posterior side, or it is. Also, definitely my inner groin. The three sisters, or the 3+1 sisters, or the four bellies on the back. There's three trunks and four bellies. Those things are definitely having something to say about what's going on. With the splits, one other thing I'd advise, at the end, try to get to the point where you're really comfortable and then just hold it. Just hold it. Just sort of let your body know that, okay, I want this to be the new norm, so that you sort of start there the next time and the next time. It's not always going to work, but um, it seems to have been helping me a little bit. It's been about 14 minutes. I think I'm going to go ahead and just go a long time to right now. I'm going to go for maybe another 7 minutes. Oh boy, that turns up the intensity a bit right there. Because what I've just done is I've pushed my sternum back a little bit, so my weight's more above my crotch, and as a result, I'm doing a little more stretching. Passively, though. Notice I'm not actually trying to push any harder, it's just I'm upright. For your Tai Chi folk out there, I'm engaging my second bow. So I'm attempting to tuck my tailbone, which is about impossible, and I'm pushing my fontanelle up to try to elongate my spine just for a second. And then I'm going to collapse forward again. Not too far, but I'm going to collapse a little bit. And by the way, so I keep putting my thumbs on my third eye. That's actually, this is a good trick. When you put pressure on the front of your head, often it will relieve tension on your lower back, but also sometimes it will change the location of the stretch. So in this case, it doesn't really do much other than I can kind of relax into it, and I'm mildly stimulating my pituitary gland and all that up there, which can help also induce alpha waves, I believe. I'm a bit frazzled right now with the breathing. Okay, I think about 20 minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and do 20 after, just so I know I've done 20 minutes plus some spare change. I'm knocking myself out. Okay, too much, too much. So let's see if I can get out of this. That's been 20 plus minutes. That's good. Don't know what I'm going to do with these. Okay, so far not awful. Oh, that got a little tender right there. Remember, go through slow. If you go fast, you'll tense up. If you tense up, you'll get a reflex response. If you get a reflex response, very bad things happen. So I'm going to come forward a little bit. I need to move this back. I'm fine. I'm going to make it out of here alive. Mm. Oh. Oh, okay. I'm out. That was a little further back than I expected. This is not comfortable, but eventually it will become familiar. You know what you're doing to yourself. Oh, my legs feel so heavy right now. Yeah, I've got nothing in my legs. I'm gonna have to sit here for a bit. But anyway, so Carmelia, let's go ahead and summarize. So I had my feet together. I gripped with my feet. I tightened the calf. I tightened up here and probably the core. That was version one. Version two, same thing. Bring the feet together. You're trying to get it so that the legs are really tense. So what's going on is there's two nervous reflex systems. There's the sarcomeres and the muscles. So a muscle is either on or off. Each sarcomere is binary. Strength is a combination of adding sarcomeres, but also more importantly, training your nervous system to get sarcomeres to fire at the same time. So there's a lot of nervous system training, even in strength training. So the sarcomeres, that's one reflex. If you go too fast or too far, the sarcomeres go whoop and stop you. The other one is where the muscle attaches to the bone, the tendon. There's some sensors there, and if the sensors think you're about to tear something, you collapse. And so what we're doing when we do proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation is we're getting to the point where we're making our muscles think they're about to tear, because we're confusing our nervous system, so we're turning off our nervous system. Danger, danger, danger. So don't do this in a trivial pose. Do this with caution and take your time, and don't do it very hard. You can totally overdo it. I've overdone it. You can injure yourself. I haven't injured myself that way, so be careful with it. Anyway, let's see. Have I delayed myself enough so I can move my legs? Yep. Okay. My legs are mostly to the point where I can function to my knees. Okay. Okay. I'm good. But that was a pretty good stretch. I don't know what I'm going to feel like tomorrow, but that was a lot of here, certainly a lot of there. But remember, feet gripping, squeeze everything. I'm not going to do it now. And bring your feet together. But now we've got our feet like this. So you can actually, you could also practice it, hold on to something, and do this. But honestly, that doesn't feel very good. So do it when you're in the pose. Hope that helped. Good job. Good luck, Carmelio. And thanks for the question. Please ask more.